Okay, Cricket, are you able to hear me now? Are you able to hear now? Just give me a thumbs up and let me know if it's working now. Hey Deborah, thanks for joining. I'm trying to see if the sound is working. Cricket said she had no sound, so I just made some adjustments to that. Yes, okay, perfect. So sorry you weren't able to hear me and I was rambling on and on about earrings and car coasters. So I spent a little bit of time talking to myself there. But what I just pressed, were some of the earring blanks from Ashley. And I'll just go ahead and peel those off. They came off my press already. And you can see they press so beautifully. There's this one here. I'll get a little bit closer. So you can see just the shine in there. There's the one, and then the other design that I have here that I've pressed, these were for necklaces for customers, so they only wanted the one of each. And here's the other one. And you can see just like the colors pop so nicely on these blanks. They really are amazing. All right, so the next thing I am going to be pressing are my car coasters. And when you guys weren't able to hear me, I was talking about the different types of car coasters that I use. Today, I'm going to be pressing the rubber ones. So I'm going to get those on the press, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about what I offer as far as car coasters go. So I've already taped them down. You want to press these image side up, just like most of the other stuff that we press. Now I offer both the rubber and the hardboard coasters, car coasters for my customers. A lot of times they want some cheap little add-on gifts. That's where those rubber car coasters come in. They're definitely a lot cheaper. So it kind of draws in a lot of customers that are looking to spend just a little bit less. And then for the ones that want that better quality, then I have the hardboard. I haven't worked with the sandstone ones. I know many of the other designers in Ashley's group here have, and they love them. So that's definitely another option to offer as well. The car coasters, fun fact, they do fit inside car seat cup holders. So I use the rubber ones a lot for my kids because you can stick them right in the washing machine. I don't know if they're supposed to be, but I do, and it works, and they come out clean every time. The hardboard ones, those ones you would just have to clean by hand. Okay, so I'll go ahead and untape these car coasters. Now the rubber ones, they just kind of pop right off the paper, so you don't really have to do much to get them all off the paper. And I'll bring these closer here. They're a little toasty, but you can see the rubber ones, you do get a pretty good image on those. I find the biggest difference between these and the hardboard ones is that these are kind of a matte finish, whereas the hardboard ones, you have a real glossy picture that comes out. Now on to some of the bigger things. The first one I'm going to press, I've got a few of the 8x10 hardboards here. These are the ones that I got from Conde, the U1011. I do prefer Ashley's over these. The price is better, and the quality, I just like how thick they are. So I'm going through the ones that I have here, and then Ashley better be ready for me to order like a whole case of them practically from her. And I'll get you guys, you should all have access to the link since this is her group, but I can put that in the comments after as well. So I'm going to press this, and then I'll actually show you on my computer what this design will look like and how easy it is to drop some pictures into it. So it's a nice picture frame. Okay, so let me come on over here and switch the view for you guys. Okay, so this here is the board that is on my press right now. It's a photo board. It's got some Polaroid pictures. And just to show you, I can hide those. All you need to do is layer your images behind the PNG that is provided when you purchase this one. And you may have to kind of adjust the angle of some of them and have some that are a little bit overlapping. Sorry, I have my son next to me. He's laughing at his own picture. So you may have to kind of play around with the layering of them. But it's really easy to just drag and drop those images right behind the background to get them all set up. And that one should be done on the press in just a few moments. There it is.
Mommy, I'm trying to tell you something.
All right.
Mommy, you're rolling for my
Sorry about that. At least my daughter is sleeping right now, so there's only one of them making noise. And you're going to keep hearing him. Now, I'll peel that off in just a second. I want to get the next one on the press. And this one is going to be a hundredths chart. So I'll show you how we can use the dry erase to do some math problems and have some fun with that one. So let me get this on, and then I'll peel off that picture frame and show you guys. And everything that I'm pressing today, I'm pressing at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So the car coasters, earrings, all of that. Let me go ahead and peel this off. Ooh, a little toasty. All right, tape off the corners here. And you can see here is that board pressed. Bring it a little bit closer. Put some of my little ones there. And the colors, I love the blue. I'm definitely a fan of blue, my favorite color there. I'll move this one off to the side. Let's see. Hey, Honor, Kathy, Katie, thanks for joining. Oh, and Deborah, thank you for putting in the links to Ashley's boards there. Now the two boards that I'm pressing now, the picture frame and also the hundredths chart, I do have those sized for the 11 by 14 hardboard. And you can see all I did for these was just size it down. So it does fit the 8 by 10 very easily as well. Put this one off. I can go ahead and share it with you. Ooh, it's hot. I know I probably should be using gloves or something like that. My husband yells at me all the time, but it's just so much easier to rip it off. I get too impatient. And I'll show you guys that one in just a second. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get the next one set up. And now I'm pressing Ashley's large rectangle boards. I've already pre-pressed these, just like the 8 by 10s. I pre-pressed them for about 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, so I've already pre-pressed and taped this on. All I do is a little bit of tape in each of the corners. And I'm going to be pressing 2 of these, one for each of my kids, their room signs. So this one here is for my daughter. It's going to say Mackenzie's room and have unicorns and pink glitter. She just turned 2 and she's all about her unicorns right now. Her favorite is Coco. That's what she calls them. And while that's on the press, I'll go ahead and show you the hundredths chart here.
Oh, the 100?
Yeah. As you can hear, my son is pretty interested in it. He said, what are the hundredths? So here's the hundredths chart. You can use this. And yes, Honor, I am taping the designs to the hardboard. I tape them just in the corners. It usually holds them down enough. Sometimes I spray, sometimes I tape. It just kind of depends on the mood that I'm in and what I feel like grabbing. So today I taped because I had a little bit of time to spare while I was waiting for it to heat up. Now for these boards, let me grab a marker here. There is a space on top so you can actually write a child's name, but I prefer to leave this one blank so you can actually write out some math problems. So say we were looking at 3 plus 2 because I'm dealing with a preschooler. Those are some of the basic ones that we're looking at. So then you can look here and have them identify where 3 is, and then count over to 2 more to see what the answer is. So they can work out problems that way. You can look at evens, odds. He's loving this right now, so he's going to get to play with this later, and then they erase so well.
100.
Yes, I know, the number 100 is on here. 4-year-olds, they get so excited about numbers. So that's the 100 chart there. And here, let me pull this one off the press and get the next one set, so we can do a little bit of multitasking here. So I'll get the other room sign set and then show you the unicorn one. And the one for my son Hunter, he's been begging for an outer space one. So I have that one going on the press right now. As you can see from him popping off to the side, he's a bit excited that his outer space room sign is coming. Shh, buddy. Okay, so you'll see, and I know some of you were saying your tape looks different. This is the tape that I've gotten, I believe, from Conde. It's just the heat press tape. And I got the dispenser from them as well. So I'll go ahead and peel this one off. You can see I have it taped in just the corners, each of the corners there. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. And so this is the one for my daughter. It says Mackenzie's room. It's got the unicorns, and I'll bring it close so you can see just like that glitter look to it. Nice, she's going to love it. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna love one.
And then we have the outer space one. It's about to come off the press.
Oh yeah.
You can hear he's still excited.
Oh yeah.
Hunter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to peel this off. This one's really hot. And you can see here, it says, ooh,
I like it.
You like it. It says Hunter's room. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you can see just how some of those colors press. Everything that I have gotten from Ashley, the colors just press so well. It's all nice and clear. No issues with anything ever pressing from Ashley's blanks. I highly recommend them. You can see. Okay, so we've got Hunter's room. Oh, and then my unicorn one. But I don't know who's going to be more excited, me or my daughter.
Mackenzie.
I love how this one came out.
I'm gonna love mine.
Okay. You're going to love yours hanging up in your room, I'm sure, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of.
All right, so let me go ahead and look through the chat, see if there are any other questions. Okay, how big is my press? I have a 16 by 24 press, so I have a rather large one. And it does have that slide out tray on the bottom, which comes in very handy when I'm pressing things like towels, shirts, anything where I need to really line it up on top of the substrate. When I'm doing some of these hard ones, I tape them off to the side, so that slide out drawer doesn't make much difference to me there. But I do love it. Yeah, Honor, I do think he approves. He's actually sitting right next to me right now with that 100 chart, so he's loving that one. Gosh, I know my press is as big as me. It is several hundred pounds. I don't know the exact weight. I do know that I didn't touch it bringing it up the stairs to my office. I made my husband do that. When it was delivered, I left it outside on the porch and said, "Hey, honey, I need you to bring that up." So he's not looking forward to having to move that since we are moving soon. Let's see. How do I hang the boards? That's a good question, Cricket. So these boards here, I was just waiting for them to cool a little bit. So Ashley's boards, these large rectangles, they do have holes in them, just like any of her door hangers that she offers. They all got that hole there. So I've got it here. I use just a thin jute rope. I know there are some thicker ones out there, and for some of her other boards, they have larger openings, but this one works just fine. Cut this here. So all I do is I just kind of thread it through the opening and tie it on the other side. Go ahead and tie that. And what size are their room boards, Sadie? Those are Ashley's 15.5 by 6.5, something like that, I believe. So I actually print them. I'll show you guys that paper again. I print these for my Sawgrass 400 for these boards. I use 8.5 by 21 paper. No, I do not have the bypass tray, which I probably should printing that long. I just let it kind of hang out of my printer and guide it through. Not the correct way to do that, I'm sure, but it works for me. So all I do is I use the large paper and I just kind of guide it through so it doesn't get stuck or jammed. And I'm able to print that with my Sawgrass, the 400. For some of the larger boards, I do have an Epson as well. So I use the Epson for larger ones. There you can see this one's hanging with rope. And then all I need to do is kind of put a nail up and hang this with a nail or whatever else I feel like using. I use a lot of command hooks. If you ask my husband, all I care about are command hooks. They're all over my house, so that's probably what will go on each of the kids' doors, are command hooks. And this will hang right on the hook. And then as far as these 8x10s, for hanging those, sometimes I hang them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use the stands that I get from Conde. If I am hanging them, my last video I actually showed how you can drill into these. So then I just kind of drill into the corners and hang that with rope, or even some of them I'll just drill into the corners and use nails and hang it up. But that's how I display those ones. Okay, yeah, and Deborah put the link to the one I used for the room board. Thank you, Deborah. See if they're, buddy. He's really liking that hundredths chart right now. Can I see that, bud?
Hey.
You can see he's counting all of his numbers and circling them.
Yeah,
which is great for just number recognition for young ones, little ones that are struggling with it. Yes, I see how far ahead you are, buddy. So lots of uses for that hundredths chart. Let me see if there are any other questions that I had missed. Well, it looks like that is all of them. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and send them over to me. I'm more than happy to answer them if you have any, and this is after the video is done being live. You can always message me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. One last thing that I wanted to show y'all. Hold on, I need that board, buddy. I need that board for a second. What I usually do when I'm done with the boards is on the back somewhere, I have my Marvin mail that I got. I order all of my stickers, my logos, decals, everything like that from Marvin because it's just the best around.
Marvin K. Mooney.
Yes, like Marvin K. Mooney. And all I do is I take one of those stickers. It's got my physical product logo on there, as well as my Facebook page and my Etsy page. And I just kind of stick it on the back corner somewhere. So I'm not doing that on the room signs because those aren't going anywhere. So I don't want to use up too many of my stickers there. And hey, Christine, I'll get you that link in just a minute, okay? It is listed in my shop, but I'll copy and paste that in just a moment. So I put all of this information here on all of my boards that go out. If I am drilling holes into them, then I make sure to do that first and then put my sticker usually somewhere in the middle of the board. But otherwise, I just put it in the corner if it's getting a stand, so I don't have to worry about trying to center it too much. I like to take the easy way out. So if you're ever looking for stickers with your logo or any information like that, definitely get in touch with Marvin. I believe he's got a sale going on right now. I don't know if it's still happening or if it just ended. So take advantage if it is still going on. You definitely want to order some stickers from him. They're just so easy to work with. I get several sheets at a time from him. And I get them for also just ones that say thank you. Let me grab this here. So that when I'm packaging things up, I can put these on the outside of the package. But then anytime a customer gets one of my items, it has my website, Facebook page, all of that. So whenever they're looking at it and they go, I should order another one, or where did you get that? It's right there. And Marvin just joined. Hey, Marvin, and he says that it ends today. So now's the perfect time to take advantage and get some of those stickers and decals from him. You can't go wrong ordering from Marvin. All right, let me see if there are any other questions. Otherwise, that's all we have for today. All right, so Christine, give me just a minute and I'll get that link over to you for the 100th chart. Let me pull that up right now. But other than that, that's all I had. So thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, I'm just pulling up that link here. All right, and everything that I pressed today can be found in my shop. Here is the link for that 100th chart for anybody who wanted that. But everything else can be found right in my Etsy shop, all the stuff that I pressed today, including those room signs and some of them. If you have any questions about the fonts that I use, just go ahead and let me know. I'm more than happy to give you that information. It's no secret what fonts I use. All right, well, thanks y'all for joining me. And again, just feel free to message me if you have any questions. Take advantage of Marvin's sale that he's got going on for those decals. And definitely get some of Ashley's blanks because they are the best. Bye, everyone.